Hey everyone, I've fallen a little bit behind with doing my weekly market updates just because it's been a little bit crazy busy here. So let's get back to it. This is the market update for April 21st to April 29th, that 8-day period, or really 7-day period. And you'll see that there is something new to share with you, and that is this right up here in this top corner. There is a staple. That means that there was more than one page of sales for the week. We got into 100 even units for the week, and we're going to dive in. The last time I did a report was March 22nd, and up here, March 22nd, and there were 78 units that had sold that particular week. If we look back, we had listed $37 million. We had sold $39 million worth of properties. And our average list price was $485, our average sale price was $502, and our average over was $17,000. That was last month. Let's look at April. Just this last week in April here. By the way, I've also hired Media Duo to be able to help me blast a little bit more into my database, and I've got a meeting on Thursday as well too with a guy that does database management to be able to do a little bit more of this and be a little bit better in contact with you. So here's our data sets that we're looking at for this week. So we sold 100 houses. 100 houses. We have 601 days of supply, which is right on target with where we need to be. We're not building a lot of supply. We're not subtracting a lot of supply. We stayed pretty steady at 601 days, or not days, 601 units of supply. Let's change that. That would be scary. Units of supply. And that stayed relatively stable. We've been as high as like 612 and as low as 570. So we're right in the middle of where we should be from a supply perspective. Ideally, if we had some more supply come on the market, I just listed one today, as you know, over on Josephine, 351 Josephine. But if we could get some more days supply on the market, that would be, or not days supply, but more units of supply on the market, that would be a good thing, especially in the lower pricing points. Now, here we had 23 under bid. Last month, we had 21 under bid. That's only 23% under bid, because we sold 100 units. The other 77% were overbid. So when we look at what we've got here, we've got some, Curry, 270. If you go down here, 324, 310, Glengarry, kind of understandable. 359, 345 on Esplanade. That's a condo, townhome, right in place. The one I just sold was 350. It closes actually on Friday. Right in the market. That's exactly what a condo townhome should be selling for. 374.9, 357, Wyandotte Street, very, very busy road. 374, 360 on Gladstone. 379, 377 on Ironcliff, that's right here in Riverside. 377, that's the Villages of Riverside, by the way, too. Really nice area. Well, decent area to live because the schools are awesome there. I'm married to a teacher in that district, so I have to say that. No, just teasing. 399.9 on Bliss, 380. And then we have a whole bunch that sold over. 479, 480, or 460 on Gem. 499, 485 on Clarice. Really nice road, Clarice is. 499, 492 on Bruce. That was a duplex on Bruce, 492. Each duplex sells for about $250,000 a unit. That's spot on, $250,000 a unit. Pretty simple there. 538, 500 on Meldrum. So that one was way overpriced, but it still sold for $500,000 on Meldrum. So at the end of the day, just by going through, everything seems logical. The things that are selling for over, 369, 450 on Normand, 375, 450 on Megan, 3099, whatever they did that, 450, 299, 450, 299, 450. You can see how that listing that I brought on Josephine is priced at 299. There is a specific number we're trying to get out of it. We'll see whether we can get there or not. Won't know that until Sunday. I'm going to work my butt off to try to get that to happen. So anyway, we're looking at the data sets. Let's jump into the data sets here. So 601 units of supply, 23 under, 77 over. Average listing price of the 100 houses we sold, average listing price was $49 million. A month ago, it was $37 million. So we are up $12 million worth of sales, or listing, sorry, $12 million of listing in a month. Then we sold $54,251,200 worth of real estate in the week. $54,251,200. Now, that's not like ExxonMobil numbers. They made $11 billion of profit on the quarter. Just profit. $11 billion of profit on the quarter. Staggering number. That's why I own shares of ExxonMobil. But anyways, I digress. So $54 million worth of sales. Last month at this time, we had $39 million worth of sales. So sales in the city of Windsor have bounced up really nicely in this spring selling season. Now the weather's been crappy. And we're doing a lot of out of board sales, which means that the people are coming from other areas across Canada, buying houses with their realtors making those offers. 39 million to this week's number, 54 million. Nice increase, strong residual residential market in the city of Windsor, by all means. $54 million for a week of sales. Big week last week. Looking at average over. So the difference between 49 and 54 is 4,744,000. Divide that by 100. The average overbid was $47,446. 47,446. 47,446. Average overbid a month ago was just 17,000. That's why I kept saying last month was the time to be buying a house, because now those houses are selling for 47,000 over rather than 17,000 over. You saved $30,000 by buying a house when I told you to buy a house last month. Average ask, $495. Average ask last month, $485. So average ask has only gone up 10 grand. But average over has gone up 30 grand. A lot of activity, a lot of demand for houses in the city of Windsor with all the amazing things that are going on in our economy. Here's the big number. Average sale price, $542,512, $542. Average sale price last month, $502. So average sale price was $40,000 more in the month of April than what it was in the month of March. What were you waiting for back then? Everybody kept saying, oh, I'm going to wait and see what happens with the market. I ran into it over and over. And oh, I'm going to wait. See what happened with the market. See what happens with the market. I'm going to wait. Well, I'm sorry, but the market's leaving you now. You now have to have $30,000 more to buy an average house in the city of Windsor or in Windsor, Essex County. That means that those people that bought a house in the month of March, in 1 month, they've made an average profit of $30,000. Have you ever made $30,000 in a month? I know I've done it once in my lifetime. I'll plan on doing it a couple more times. Be nice if I could get a couple of $30,000 months strung together, but we'll see what happens. And that's why I have Media Duo as my advertising team. They're going to be working on some big projects for me for coming up. But anyway, just wanted to point out that's where we're at, 542, 512. So that's our average selling price. Now, if we look at some of the houses that have sold, we've sold some pretty good sized houses. 1.4, 1.2, 1.2. So we sold 3 $1 million houses. We sold 3 $900,000 houses. We sold a whole bunch of $800,000 houses for the week. 1 week. People are still qualifying for these good-sized houses and nice houses in the city of Windsor. And the person that owns a house in the city of Windsor made about $30,000 on average by owning their house for a month. Not a bad thing. What are you waiting for? Give me a call today, 519-995-6145, 519-995-6145. We'll dive in and we'll find you a house as well, too. Big news. Haven't launched this yet, but you're finding out by following this video to the end. Big news. For anybody buying or selling a house, now that it's May 1st, anyone buying or selling a house, now that it's May 1st, who hires me to be their realtor as of now, May 1st, 2023, I will rebate back or give you back, in essence, 20% of my earned commission. Whether you're a buyer or a seller, 20% of my earned commission. That's the next big thing that Media Duo is working on for me. I'm having them put together a proposal to see how we can get that launched. But you are hearing about it here now first by watching this video. Thanks for tuning in. You can see that the real estate market with the staple in it is doing really well in the city of Windsor. What are you waiting for? How can I help? 519-995-6145. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.